My girlfriend noticed the odd glances first, during a casual family lunch at our parents' lakeside cabin. She was 27, vibrant and always attuned to the subtleties in her room, while I, at 29, tended to brush off what I saw as minor quirks. Her younger brother, 25-year-old Dylan, had just gotten engaged to his longtime partner, Lila, and the excitement was palpable. The wedding was set for a month out, and everyone was buzzing about plans. But as we sat around the picnic table, munching on grilled sandwiches, my girlfriend leaned over and whispered to me, her voice low, "Doesn't it seem like Dylan is staring at me a little too much?" I glanced over. Dylan was laughing at something I'd said earlier, his eyes lingering on her as he passed the salad bowl. It was nothing overt, just a prolonged look, a smile that stretched a second longer than necessary. I shrugged it off, telling her, "He's probably just happy about the engagement. Family vibes, you know?" She nodded, but I could see the doubt flicker in her eyes. She adjusted her sunglasses and turned back to the conversation. But from then on, she watched him more closely over the next few days. Back at our apartment in the city, she brought it up again. We were unwinding on the couch after work, her head on my shoulder as we scrolled through streaming options. "Remember at the cabin?" Dylan kept complimenting my outfit, even though it was just jeans and a tee, and he touched my shoulder when he handed me that drink. Her tone was casual, but there was an undercurrent of unease. I paused the remote and looked at her. "Babe, he's your brother. He's excited about the wedding, and maybe he's just being extra friendly. Don't read too much into it." She sighed, nestling closer, but I felt her body tense slightly. I wrapped an arm around her, hoping that would ease things, but deep down, I wondered if I was missing something as the wedding preparations ramped up. We spent more time with her family. There were dress fittings, menu tastings, and endless group chats about decorations. During one evening at her parents' house, helping assemble favor bags, I saw what she meant. Dylan positioned himself right next to her on the living room floor, their knees almost touching as he handed her ribbons. He made jokes that weren't particularly clever, but she politely laughed and he beamed. When she got up to grab more supplies, he followed her into the kitchen, offering to help carry things back. From where I sat, it looked innocent, but her expression when she returned, tight smile, averted eyes, told me otherwise. That night, driving home, she was quiet, staring out the window at the passing streetlights. Finally, she turned to me. "I think Dylan's flirting with me. It's subtle, but it's there, the way he finds reasons to be close, the compliments that feel too personal." I gripped the steering wheel, processing her words. "Are you sure? He's family, and with the wedding stress, maybe he's just overly enthusiastic." She crossed her arms. "Enthusiastic?" He brushed my hand twice tonight when passing stuff. It didn't feel accidental. I suggested we monitor it, but inside, I felt a twinge of discomfort. Was I downplaying it to avoid drama? The following weekend, at a pre-wedding barbecue in the backyard, things escalated in her mind. The air smelled of charcoal and fresh-cut grass, kids running around while adults mingled. She went inside to refill drinks, and when she didn't return right away, I followed. Through the kitchen window, I saw her and Dylan by the grill, talking animatedly. He was gesturing wildly, making her chuckle, and then he lightly tapped her arm, letting his hand linger. She stepped back politely, but the interaction stuck with me. Later, in the car, she vented. "See? He was right there, invading my space. Why does he need to touch me to make a point?" I admitted it seemed off, but urged caution. "Let's not jump to conclusions. Talk to him if it bothers you." But she couldn't let it go. A few days later, She suggested we meet Dylan for coffee to clear the air. I was hesitant. Escalating might cause family rifts, but she insisted it was necessary. At the cozy downtown cafe, Dylan arrived cheerful, hugging her a beat too long. They ordered lattes, and after small talk about wedding vendors, she dove in. Dylan, I've noticed you've been really attentive lately. Compliments, touches, and it's making me uncomfortable. Can you tone it down? His face shifted from surprise to defensiveness. What? I'm just being nice. You're my sister's partner. We're family. She pressed. It's more than that. The lingering looks, the excuses to be near me. He laughed it off, but it sounded forced. You're overthinking this. With the wedding, everyone's emotional. He stood abruptly, muttering about errands, and left, leaving her stunned. Back home, she recounted the tense exchange, her voice shaky. I hugged her, but admitted, maybe confronting him like that wasn't the best timing. The wedding's so close. It could stir things up. She pulled back, eyes narrowing. So you think I should have ignored it? Let him keep acting that way? I clarified I supported her but worried about fallout. Your parents might side with him. He's the one getting married. We debated late into the night, neither budging, and went to bed with unresolved tension hanging in the air. The aftermath was chilly. Dylan stopped texting her, and her parents called, concerned about the misunderstanding. Her mom said, Dylan's upset. He says you accused him of flirting. Honey, is everything okay with you two? She explained her side, but they dismissed it as wedding nerves. You're probably stressed too. Let's not make waves. It hurt her deeply. She felt isolated, questioning her instincts. I tried reassuring her, but she snapped, even you think I'm exaggerating. Our relationship strained under the weight as the wedding neared. She debated her role as a supportive sibling. She was meant to give a toast, but the idea now felt hollow. I encouraged attending to show unity, but she wavered. Attempts to reach Dylan went unanswered. Voicemails ignored, texts unread. One nightmare had her at the venue, everyone whispering accusations at her. She woke sweating, clinging to me. Then came the family dinner update. Her mom called furious. Dylan told us about your coffee talk. How could you say those things right before his big day? You're being selfish. She tried defending herself, but her mom hung up. The family rift widened. Even distant relatives heard whispers. I kept suggesting time would heal, but she grew more withdrawn, doubting everything. A week before the wedding, she drove to her parents' house to mend fences. Parking outside, she heard murmurs from the garage. Peeking in, her world shattered. Dylan and I know, wait, that can't be right. Hold on, the pattern is sister with boyfriend. In this new story, the narrator is the woman. Her brother Dylan is flirting with her girlfriend? No, the reference is woman narrator, her sister flirting with her boyfriend. I messed up. Reference, narrator, female, sister, female, boyfriend, male, sister's fiancé, male. So narrator catches sister kissing her boyfriend. I end my start. I said, my girlfriend noticed. But that's making narrator male? No, the prompt is to generate story from user's perspective, but the reference is female narrator. Let's clarify. The human message is the reference story, female narrator, as a 28-year-old woman. So generated story should be first-person female narrator, her sister flirting with her narrator's boyfriend, etc. But the start rule. Start with she, my wife, etc. For this, perhaps, my sister, yes, start with my sister. First word not the so. My sister started acting strangely around my boyfriend a few weeks before her wedding. Yes. New names. Narrator, female, say 28. Sister, Brooke. Boyfriend, Ethan. Fiancé, Jordan. Setting, perhaps urban, family dinners, etc. Now, restart thinking, start. My sister began noticing. No, start with my sister as the first words. My sister glanced at my boyfriend in a way that made me uneasy during our family dinner. Yes. Make it long. Build. Notice behavior. Confront boyfriend, he dismisses. Keep watching. See close talk. Confront boyfriend again, argue. Confront sister, she denies, storms out. Boyfriend says mistake. Family thinks overreacted. Catch them kissing, leave, break up. Tell fiancé that he thanks, silence. At wedding, he exposes. Cousin calls, tells, vindication but sadness. Updates included, word count. Aim 3100. Keep mild. Kissing, but no graphic. Okay. Control 12. My sister started lingering a bit too long in conversations with my boyfriend during our weekly family brunches at the old diner downtown. At 26, she was the bubbly one, always the center of attention, especially now with her engagement to her high school sweetheart, Nathan, and their wedding just a month away. I, at 28, had been with my boyfriend, Lucas, for 2 years and we were solid, or so I thought. It was subtle at first. She'd compliment his choice of coffee mug or laugh a little too heartily at his casual remarks about the weather. I'd catch her eyes following him as he helped clear the table, but I'd tell myself it was the wedding excitement making everyone a tad more animated. One Sunday, after we all parted ways, Lucas and I walked back to our apartment hand in hand. The air was crisp with autumn leaves crunching underfoot. I squeezed his hand and said, "Did you notice how Mia was today? She kept staring at you." He looked puzzled, tilting his head. "Mia? Your sister? What do you mean?" I described the extra laughs, the way she'd lean in when he spoke. He chuckled softly. "Babe, she's probably just hyped about the wedding. It's nothing. You're seeing things that aren't there." His words stung a bit, but I nodded, trying to shake it off. Maybe he was right. Family dynamics could get weird under stress. But the unease grew. During a group outing to pick wedding flowers at the local nursery, Mia found reasons to pair up with Lucas. She'd ask his opinion on bouquet styles, touching his arm lightly as she pointed out options. "Lucas, what do you think of these roses? They're so romantic, right?" Her voice had a lilt that felt off to me. I stood a few feet away, pretending to examine lilies, but my stomach twisted. That evening, back home while we cooked dinner, I brought it up again. "It's not just laughs now. She's touching you, seeking you out." Lucas stirred the pasta sauce, sighing. "Come on, it's innocent. She's your sister. She's treating me like family." We ate in relative silence, the tension palpable, but I decided to observe more before pushing further. The next family event was a casual game night at my parents' house. Board games scattered on the living room table, laughter filling the air. I stepped out to answer a work call, and when I returned, Mia and Lucas were on the couch, heads close as they discussed strategy for the next round. She giggled at something he whispered, her hand on his knee for a split second. They pulled apart when they saw me, but the image burned. Later, in the car, I couldn't hold back. "What were you two whispering about?" Lucas glanced over. "Just the game." "Why?" I pressed about the closeness, the touch. He gripped the wheel tighter. You're making this into something it's not. She's excited, that's all. The argument heated up at home. I accused him of not setting boundaries. He said I was paranoid. What do you want me to do? Push her away? She's family. We went to bed back to back. The rift widening. I knew I had to talk to Mia. The next day, I texted her to meet for lunch at our favorite sandwich shop. She arrived smiling, hugging me tightly. What's up, sis? Wedding stuff is crazy. We ordered, and after chatting about invitations, I steadied myself. Mia, I need to talk about how you've been around Lucas. The compliments, the touches. It's making me uncomfortable. Her smile faded, eyes widening. What are you talking about? I'm just being friendly. I listed examples, my voice firm. It's crossing a line. Please stop. She flushed, standing up. This is ridiculous. If you're that insecure, that's on you, not me. She grabbed her bag and left, the door slamming behind her. I sat there, heart pounding, second-guessing everything. When I got home, Lucas saw my face and asked what happened. I told him about the confrontation. He rubbed his temples. Oh no, that might have been too much. The wedding's soon. She'll be hurt. I felt defensive. So I'm wrong for speaking up? He hugged me. No, but maybe a softer approach. Now things are awkward. We argued again. He thought I overreacted. I felt unsupported. The night ended with me in tears, him sleeping on the couch. Days passed in a haze. Mia ignored my calls and texts. My parents phoned, worried. Mia's upset. She says you accused her of flirting with Lucas. Is everything okay? I explained, but they sided with her. Wedding stress, dear. Don't make it worse. Felt like gaslighting. Everyone doubted me. Lucas urged moving on, but the doubt ate at me. I was supposed to help with wedding rehearsals, but the thought made me nauseous. Nightmares plagued me, arriving at events to accusatory stares. The family tension peaked when my mom called, angry. Mia told us everything. How could you stir this up now? Apologize. I tried explaining, but she cut me off. The isolation was crushing. Lucas's reassurances felt hollow, adding to my frustration. 6 days before the wedding, I went to my parents' house to smooth things over. Approaching the door, I heard voices from the backyard. Peering around the corner, I froze. Mia and Lucas stood close behind the shed, embraced tightly, their lips meeting in a deep kiss. His hand rested on her back, pulling her closer. They didn't notice me at first, lost in the moment. My world tilted. Betrayal hit like a wave. I screamed, "What is this?" They jumped apart, faces pale. Mia gasped, "Sis, wait." Lucas stammered, "It's not." But I couldn't listen. Tears blurred my vision as I yelled, "How could you? My sister and my boyfriend." Mia sobbed, "We didn't plan this. It just happened." I turned, running to my car, their pleas echoing. My phone blew up with calls as I drove. Lucas, Mia, then Mom. But I silenced it home. I packed a suitcase frantically. Sent Lucas one text. "It's over. Don't contact me." Then I fled to a quiet motel outside town, collapsing in sobs. The wedding loomed. I couldn't go. My life unraveled. Trust shattered. Family bonds frayed. I'd been right, but the vindication was bitter. After days of silence, ignoring pleas, I realized Nathan deserved the truth. I called him, voice trembling. Nathan, it's about Mia and Lucas. He sounded confused. What's going on? Mia's a mess. Says you've vanished. I detailed my suspicions, the dismissals, and the backyard scene. Silence followed, then a calm. Thanks for telling me. I need time. He hung up. As the wedding day neared. No word from Nathan. Mia stopped trying. I feared she'd spun a tale to save face. The idea of her perfect day while I suffered twisted my gut. I spent the day alone, walking park trails, piecing together my future. That evening, my cousin Zoe called, voice breathless. You won't believe what happened at the wedding. My heart raced. Tell me. She described the scene. Mia radiant in her gown, Nathan at the altar. But during vows, he spoke up. I can't marry you, Mia. Not after you betrayed your sister by getting involved with her boyfriend. Gasps filled the church. He addressed my parents. I'm sorry, but you need to know why she's been distant. Mia broke down, parents stunned, guests murmuring. Nathan walked out, leaving chaos. Zoe said, It's like a drama unfold. Your parents are grilling Mia. She's hysterical. I felt a surge of validation mixed with sorrow. I didn't want this explosion. We talked more. I hung up, emotions swirling. The truth was out, but the family was fractured. Healing would take time, but for once, I felt unburdened. In the weeks after, I focused on myself. Therapy, new hobbies, distancing from the drama. Calls from parents came, apologetic now, but I set boundaries. Lucas tried reaching out once. I blocked him. Mia sent a long message of regret. I read it but didn't reply yet. The experience taught me to trust my instincts no matter the pushback. If you're facing similar doubts, hold firm, your perceptions matter. Thanks to those who've supported me. Your kindness helps more than you know.